This was definitely something that was premeditated, that they had.
The footage is everywhere. The memorial service, the casket, the heartbreaking moment when his daughter broke down in tears at the microphone.
Daddy has been the best father you could ever imagine, and I just wanted to say I love him so much.
But the story behind those unforgettable images is far more complicated than the broadcasts ever revealed.
That Michael constantly told me, "Latoya, if I die, they're going to murder me."
Sleepless nights, a 911 call that many believe came too late, and a family still divided.
Even till the day he died, he was still humble, and he knew he was a big...
This is what was happening behind Michael Jackson's grave. Sleepless final nights. In the final weeks of his life, Michael Jackson was quietly battling relentless insomnia while preparing for his highly anticipated This Is It residency in London. As rehearsals intensified and expectations continued to grow, the pressure to deliver a flawless comeback placed an enormous strain on him both physically and emotionally. Away from the cameras, Michael struggled through chronic sleeplessness, sometimes going days without meaningful rest. As opening night drew closer, getting even a few hours of sleep became one of the greatest challenges of his final days.
He always said that he didn't want to tour because he didn't want to have the problems of not sleeping and having...
Seeking relief from the relentless cycle of sleepless nights, Michael Jackson increasingly relied on his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, to help him get the rest that continued to elude him. As rehearsals for This Is It intensified, the pressure of preparing for his comeback reportedly left him physically exhausted and emotionally drained. His desperate search for sleep turned his private residence into the center of an increasingly fragile medical situation, where rest became one of the defining struggles of his final weeks. Today's special topic. Every year, countless fans visit the place where Michael Jackson is buried to pay their respects and celebrate the legacy of the King of Pop. Many visitors describe the atmosphere as peaceful and reflective. Recently, images circulated online claiming a new gold statue depicting one of Michael's iconic dance poses had been placed near his memorial. Some posts even suggested the sculpture was created by Chinese artist Liu Zhenkong. However, there is no verified evidence that such a statue has actually been installed at the site. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Fatal morning collapse. The quiet of a Holmby Hills morning was shattered when a medical emergency unfolded inside Michael Jackson's home. According to later testimony and official accounts, Dr. Conrad Murray returned to the bedroom and found Michael unresponsive. He was no longer breathing and had no detectable pulse. The calm inside the residence quickly turned to panic as staff members realized the seriousness of the situation. Calls for help echoed through the house, while those present rushed to respond. Within moments, a private medical crisis had become the beginning of an emergency that would soon capture the world's attention. Doctor at the bedside. According to his testimony, Dr. Conrad Murray had been treating Michael Jackson for severe chronic insomnia during the early hours of that morning. Murray later stated that he administered propofol, an anesthetic normally used in hospital settings, in an effort to help Michael sleep. He said he remained at the bedside monitoring Michael's condition before briefly stepping away. When he returned, he claimed he found Michael unresponsive and immediately began CPR in an effort to revive him while waiting for additional assistance. The desperate 911 call. At 12:21 p.m., Alberto Alvarez, a member of Michael Jackson's security team, placed an emergency call requesting an ambulance for the North Carrollwood Drive residence. During the call, he informed the dispatcher that a 50-year-old man was unconscious and not breathing. As the dispatcher asked a series of urgent questions, Alvarez remained focused on providing the information needed to guide emergency responders to the scene as quickly as possible. Within minutes, paramedics from the Los Angeles Fire Department were dispatched to the residence. Race to UCLA. Emergency crews arrived shortly after the 911 call and found Michael Jackson in cardiac arrest. Paramedics immediately began advanced life support procedures and worked for more than 40 minutes inside the home in an effort to restore his heartbeat. When those efforts proved unsuccessful, Michael was placed into an ambulance and transported to Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, where medical personnel continued resuscitation attempts throughout the drive, racing against time in a final effort to save his life. Official death declared. Interview 650_654. Official death declared. The desperate effort to save Michael Jackson's life came to its heartbreaking conclusion inside Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. Despite prolonged attempts by emergency physicians and other medical specialists to revive him, every resuscitation effort proved unsuccessful. After exhausting all available advanced life support procedures, the medical team determined that his heart could not be restarted. At 2:26 p.m. on June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson was officially pronounced dead at the age of 50. The announcement brought an end to a day marked by frantic medical intervention and confirmed the loss of one of the most influential entertainers in history. His passing ended an extraordinary career, but his impact on music, dance, and popular culture would continue to be felt around the world. The world mourns the king. News of Michael Jackson's death spread with astonishing speed, triggering an outpouring of grief unlike almost anything the entertainment world had witnessed before. Millions of fans across the globe struggled to process the shocking announcement. Television networks interrupted regular programming, radio stations played his music continuously, and tributes poured in from fellow artists, world leaders, and countless admirers. Within hours, it became clear that the world had lost not only a global superstar, but a cultural icon whose influence reached far beyond music. Interview 825_828. The world mourns the king. As news of Michael Jackson's death spread, major news organizations rushed to confirm the reports, while early social media platforms experienced unprecedented levels of activity. Websites struggled under overwhelming traffic as millions searched for updates, creating an online atmosphere filled with shock, confusion, and grief. From Times Square in New York City to the gates of Michael's Holmby Hills home, fans gathered spontaneously to light candles, display photographs, and honor the man whose music had touched generations across the world. Cause of death. Following Michael Jackson's death on June 25, 2009, rumors and conspiracy theories spread rapidly across television, tabloids, and online forums. While speculation grew, investigators focused on determining the medical facts. The official autopsy confirmed that Michael had vitiligo, documenting the skin condition that had been widely discussed throughout his life. The report also noted weight loss, chronic insomnia, previous injuries, and evidence of cosmetic procedures. Toxicology testing found propofol, benzodiazepines, and other prescription sedatives in his system. Ultimately, the Los Angeles County coroner ruled the death a homicide caused by acute propofol intoxication combined with the effects of other sedatives administered by Dr. Conrad Murray. The final farewell. On July 7, 2009, 12 days after his passing, the world gathered to say goodbye during Michael Jackson's public memorial at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. The same venue where he had rehearsed for this is it only days before his death. At the center of the ceremony was Michael's ornate, closed casket, a bronze model plated in 14-karat gold and lined with blue velvet. As it entered the arena, a gospel choir performed Soon and Very Soon. Throughout the service, artists including Mariah Carey and Stevie Wonder paid tribute, while Michael's brothers honored him by wearing a single sequin glove. The ceremony concluded with an instrumental performance of Man in the Mirror as the casket was carried from the arena. Paris breaks down. The most emotional moment of the memorial came when 11-year-old Paris Jackson unexpectedly stepped to the microphone. Speaking publicly for the first time, she tearfully told the world, "Ever since I was born, Daddy has been the best father you could ever imagine." She ended by saying, "I just want to say I love him so much," before breaking down in tears and embracing her aunt, Janet Jackson. The heartfelt moment transformed a global memorial into something deeply personal, reminding millions that beyond the legendary performer was a father whose family was grieving an unimaginable loss. Brooke Shields' emotional tribute. During the memorial, Brooke Shields reflected on a friendship built through the unique experience of growing up in the public eye. Rather than focusing on Michael Jackson's fame, she spoke about the kind, sensitive person she knew behind the headlines. She shared lighthearted memories, including teasing him about his famous sequin glove and recalling the playful moments they enjoyed together. In her tribute, Shields described Michael as gentle, compassionate, and deeply caring, encouraging the world to remember not only the global superstar but also the loyal friend she had known for decades. If you've made it this far, please hit the like button. It really helps support the channel. Inside his tomb. Behind heavy granite walls and strict security, Michael Jackson rests within the Holly Terrace section of the Great Mausoleum at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Rather than a traditional gravesite, his final resting place is a private crypt located inside one of the cemetery's most secure areas. Because of his enduring legacy, access to the mausoleum is limited to family members and authorized guests. Fans from around the world continue visiting Forest Lawn, leaving flowers and personal tributes outside while quietly honoring the life of one of music's greatest icons. Conspiracy claims. Although the official investigation concluded that Michael Jackson's death resulted from Dr. Conrad Murray's criminal medical negligence, some members of the Jackson family publicly expressed different views. LaToya Jackson, in particular, suggested that her brother's death involved a broader conspiracy, claiming Michael had feared for his life and believed powerful people wanted control of his valuable music catalog. She argued that Dr. Murray was only one part of a larger plan. However, these allegations were never supported by evidence presented by law enforcement or the courts. The official findings of the Los Angeles Police Department and subsequent legal proceedings concluded that Michael's death resulted from Dr. Murray's gross negligence. Mother breaks her silence. Few people knew Michael Jackson as deeply as his mother, Katherine Jackson. Having witnessed his journey from a gifted child performer to one of the world's most celebrated entertainers, she understood both the extraordinary success he achieved and the immense pressure that came with it. In the years following his death, Katherine gave only a handful of interviews, but whenever she spoke, her message remained consistent. Remember Michael not only as a global icon, but as a loving son, father, and human being whose life was far more complex than the headlines often suggested. Interview 16, 58_1705. Katherine Jackson's perspective. In the interviews she chose to give after Michael Jackson's death, Katherine Jackson often spoke about his deep love for his children and the personal struggles he faced during the final years of his life. She consistently described him as a devoted father who remained closely connected to his family, firmly rejecting the allegations that had overshadowed much of his later career. For many of Michael's supporters, her words offered a deeply personal perspective that stood in sharp contrast to the media narratives that had long surrounded his life and legacy. Janet's last memories. The loss of Michael Jackson left Janet Jackson carrying a grief she later described as almost impossible to put into words. She has said that not a single day passes without thinking about her brother, revealing how deeply his absence continues to affect her. Janet also spoke publicly about the challenges Michael faced during his final years, including a 2007 attempt by family members to check on him in Las Vegas. According to her account, she and several of her brothers traveled there hoping to see him, but were turned away by security. Looking back, Janet often contrasted the immense pressure Michael endured as an adult with the playful, joyful brother she remembered from childhood, choosing to honor the man behind the global superstar. Jermaine's final goodbye. Only hours after Michael Jackson's death on June 25, 2009, Jermaine Jackson stood before reporters at Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center to deliver the family's first public statement. Fighting back emotion, he explained that Michael had suffered cardiac arrest, that Dr. Conrad Murray had attempted resuscitation, and that paramedics had transported him to the hospital before doctors officially pronounced him dead. Jermaine ended his statement with the words, "May Allah be with you, Michael, always. I love you." In the days that followed, he openly shared the depth of his grief, at one point saying he wished he had died instead of his younger brother. Over the years, Jermaine has also voiced concerns about the circumstances surrounding Michael's death, suggesting that larger forces may have contributed, although those views differ from the conclusions reached by the official investigation. Chef recalls the chaos. On the morning of June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson's personal chef, Kai Chase, was preparing lunch inside the Carrollwood Drive home when the quiet routine was suddenly interrupted. According to her later testimony, Dr. Conrad Murray rushed into the kitchen appearing visibly distressed and urgently asked her to find Prince Jackson. Sensing that something was seriously wrong, Kai Chase immediately escorted Prince toward the bedroom as the medical emergency continued to unfold. Interview 2009_2014. The atmosphere inside the home changed within moments. What had begun as an ordinary morning quickly descended into chaos as members of the household realized the seriousness of the emergency. According to later testimony, housekeepers were seen crying while Michael Jackson's children became visibly distressed. Kai Chase recalled an overwhelming sense of fear spreading through the residence as everyone understood that Michael's condition was rapidly worsening. Her account offers one of the most emotional first-hand descriptions of the final moments before the world learned of the loss of the King of Pop. Cat Williams questions the narrative. Years after Michael Jackson's death, comedian Cat Williams publicly shared his own opinions about the circumstances surrounding the singer's final days. He suggested that the intense pressure of the Plan This Is It residency and the events leading up to Michael's death deserved greater scrutiny. Williams argued that the demands placed on the star reflected broader problems within the entertainment industry. These comments represent Williams' personal views and differ from the conclusions of the official investigation, which determined that Michael Jackson's death resulted from acute propofol intoxication administered by Dr. Conrad Murray. Interview 21/21/21/28. Continuing controversy. Supporters of these theories argue that Cat Williams' comments challenge the official narrative presented by promoters and authorities, portraying Michael Jackson's final years as a warning about the pressures and power dynamics of the entertainment industry. However, these claims have never been substantiated by official evidence. While Williams has continued to question the circumstances surrounding Michael's death, his views remain personal opinions rather than established fact, and the conclusions of the official investigation have not changed. Forensic truth emerges. As speculation continued, medical experts returned to the evidence documented during the investigation. Physicians, including Dr. Drew Pinsky, commented on the extraordinary risks associated with administering a hospital-grade anesthetic, such as propofol, outside a properly equipped medical facility. Their observations drew upon the official toxicology reports and court evidence presented during the investigation. Although conspiracy theories continued to circulate, including claims involving reopened caskets and hidden evidence, none have been supported by verified forensic findings or the official legal record. Interview 2228_2232. The forensic evidence ultimately focused on the medications administered by Dr. Conrad Murray. Investigators concluded that the combination of sedatives, particularly propofol, led to Michael Jackson's death. The official investigation determined that the tragedy resulted from criminal medical negligence, bringing one of music's most remarkable careers to a heartbreaking and preventable end. Michael Jackson's music transformed popular culture and inspired generations of artists around the world. Yet, years after his passing, the events surrounding his final days continue to be discussed, analyzed, and debated. While some people continue to question the official account, the legal findings remain unchanged. What is beyond dispute is Michael's extraordinary legacy, one that continues to influence music, dance, and entertainment while captivating millions of fans across the